Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we will talk about Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Abraham Maslow is a famous psychologist and he has come up with this hierarchy of human needs. Now, let us talk about what are all the stages of needs, what comes above the other. We'll see one by one. So, this is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the central triangle that you can see here. The first thing is basic physiological needs. Basic physiological needs refer to the man's need to alleviate hunger, thirst, and basic physical survival, and then the ability to reproduce and create offsprings of them. You must have heard about a theory of evolution, isn't it? The theory of evolution talks about nature's survival of the fittest. In nature, whatever is fit will survive. So every organism in nature will try to first protect itself and also develop Xerox copy of it so that it won't go extinct. So the utmost physiological need, most basic physiological need is to make sure that you don't die out of hunger or thirst, and also make sure you make Xerox copy of yours. So that is the first thing. The second thing is safety and security needs. These needs provide security and protection from physical and emotional harm. This is also pretty much similar to the first one. It is also about safety, it is also about survival, but it is about an individual's survival. These needs provide security and protection from physical and emotional harm. Job security, this is too advanced, I will say. Safety and security needs talk about, you have to think from a jungle's perspective, a Sahara's perspective. At the early stages of human evolution, make sure you don't get killed by a lion, make sure you don't get killed by a tiger. Okay, so that's the safety and security need. Or make sure you don't get killed by a bacteria or virus, all these things. The third point is affiliation and belonging needs. So this is where it starts to go out of a human's need. So this is about establishing a tribe, developing a family, having a community. So connecting with each other, being relatable with each other. So not be lonely. This is quite obvious, isn't it? We have this need for a connection with other human beings because as a species, if you want to not go extinct and if you want to survive, it is better. Your chances of survival is better if you live as a community, if you live as a group, than if you go alone. So human beings, when they live as a group, their knowledge not just adds, it multiplies. It's not arithmetic progression, it's exponential geometric progression. So that's why it is important to work as a group, to be as a group. So the third thing is affiliation and belonging needs. Don't get lonely. Make sure that you have a community around you and the need get accepted by the tribe. The fourth level of need is esteem need. Once you have all these three basic things, survival is ensured, your physical protection is ensured, that your security is also ensured, and then you also got a family now, you are a tribe, you are not a lonely individual anymore. Then what happens? You will start to have esteem needs. Matlab, you will start seeking self-respect. You will start seeking respect or reputation among the tribe. Now you will start to think about, okay, I'm sure that I won't die. I'm sure that I will not die out of hunger, or I'm sure I will not die out of being a prey to some predator. Now I have a family, I have a community. How do I become leader in this community? How do I become respected in this? Imagine if you don't have this self-esteem need, why do you trouble studying so hard? Why do I trouble to try to make money? So it's all based on esteem needs, isn't it? So if you study hard and if you get 95 plus in your class 12, you get a very good reputation among your family, in your community, among your friends circle. Similarly, if I earn and if I have a own house and if I have a car or if I have a great, let's say, a motorbike, I will have my own way of flexing my achievements, flexing my accomplishments. What do I think? Why do I try to do all those things? Because it is ultimately tied up to my self-esteem needs. If I do certain things, if I have a certain amount of subscribers, if I have certain amount of money, then I will have a good approval among my society. So that's the driving force behind pretty much everyone. The last level is once you are a success, once you have got the approval of society and everything, once you have had a taste of that, the last level is self-actualization need. It is the highest level of need in the hierarchy. It refers to the drive to become what one is capable of becoming. These needs include growth, self-fulfillment, and achievement of goals. Once you have made sure that you have climbed all the needs, when you have satisfied all the basic needs, survival done, safety done, family done, the respect among family, yes, done, success in society, yes, done. Now what is left? I have to realize myself. I have to actualize myself. I was born as a human. Now, what is the best version of myself? So, pretty much to put it in colloquial terms, to become enlightened, to become Buddha, similar to that, to become like a God version of yourself. So, that is self actualization. It's getting philosophical because it is philosophical. That's the highest level of need. You must have seen some people who are very rich, who are kind of done so much in life. Now they will start to talk very philosophical. You must have heard many celebrities because they have done everything. They will make sure that they will not die out of hunger tomorrow. They will have enough money, and also they got good family, good society, and they are success in among society. And now they will start to talk in very lofty terms. I have this Atma, Advaita, all these philosophy, Vedanta, Siddhanta type of things. They will speak. That is self-actualization. Now, how this is relevant to our discussion is that in an organization, we saw there will be a lot of people. All these people will be in different places in this ladder system. Some people will be still so poor, they must have come from village, they must be so poor and their family must be still living in poverty. They might not even have a proper cement house. That guy must have done some +2 or something, and he might be working as a housekeeper in this office. And there could be another guy from the city, his father is already a multimillionaire, and he just comes to the organization just so that he wants to actualize himself. He feels that he wants to realize himself by not go with the popularity of his father, not to use his influence of his father, something he has to create on his own. That the rich guy's survival is ensured, security is ensured, he has a good family, everything is done. So now he's into this last level. He has to actualize himself. For him, his version of enlightenment is, if he on his own becomes a success, then he will feel that he has actualized himself. So that is this fifth point. Again, as a leader, you have to know you have 100 people in your organization. Who is in which step? Who is in which position in this hierarchy? Who has what type of need? Let's say an extremely below poverty line person is there. Give him clothes, give him food. Don't tell him that I will give you money, or don't tell him that I will give you promotion. He will not be running behind promotion. He needs safety. Provide a good residence for him. Once the basic needs are done, then okay, what happens? He has a family now. He might be in this third stage. Get a good school for his children. Give a good snacks for his house. I've gone to many companies where the company gives take-home snacks for the employees every evening. So it's not just they feed the employees, they feed the family also. I have seen a lot of those employees not resign that organization, go to that office with extreme satisfaction and fulfillment because they know their family is taken care of. They have a proper housing quarters to live there. They have a pick-up and drop facility. For the children, there is a school for that. It works like a proper township. So that is knowing the needs of your employees and then giving the proper reward to them. A person who is so insecure financially, so insecure literally, and he is not so educated, just came out of a village, an extreme poverty struck village, you cannot talk self-actualization to him. You cannot say to him, you have to realize the best version of yourself. No, he will say, just give me food for the next meal. So that's how it works. And for a person who is already above 4 needs, you cannot go and talk to him about survival and safety because he doesn't need it. He's got that covered. So for him, how do you entice him? How do you motivate him? How do you make him come to the office? Then you talk about actualization aspects. You have to be the best version of yourself. Achieve this goal. Don't piggyback your parents' success. You create something on your own. You talk to him in a very lofty aspect like this, to this type of person, to the rich person. So that is Maslow's need hierarchy. I hope you understood the concept very well today. In tomorrow's video, we will talk about the financial and non-financial incentives of an organization. How can you give different types of incentives to motivate employees? We'll see them in detail. Thank you and bye bye.